Yellow Productions presents
a travel guide for visiting Roppongi in Tokyo, Japan. This video is part of my series on Japan. I have over 60 other travel videos on Japan. You'll find links to those in the description below or at the end of this video. But in this video about Roppongi, I'll be telling you everything you need to know to visit this neighborhood, including how to get here. We'll visit the two major complexes, Roppongi Hills and Tokyo Midtown, and I'll tell you about the shops and the nightlife that's around Roppongi. The main pedestrian intersection between the two big developments is known as Roppongi Crossing, and it's the one that's got the Roppongi up on the bridge. To get to Roppongi, you can either take the Oedo line or the Hibiya line to Roppongi Station. Roppongi Hills is pretty easy to find because it has the tallest building in Roppongi, the Mori Tower. There's an observatory at the top of the tower, and at the bottom of the tower, there's this very famous spider. Hills is a great example of a city within a city. Here there's housing, office complex, commercial facilities, restaurants, a hotel, everything you could ever want. You hardly ever have to leave. The shops and restaurants are on a whole bunch of different levels here in Roppongi Hills. And here's some of the nightlife that I was talking about. This is a bar called Tori's, sponsored by Suntory Whiskey. For relaxing time, make it Suntory time. In addition to the shops and restaurants outside, there's a whole inside shopping and dining part too. What's kind of cool about a lot of these big commercial developments in Japan is they try to retain natural elements. So just here, over on the side, and it's on the side, like this is man-made. It's like there's a tunnel underneath with a freeway. But up here, there's this neat little garden path that you walk on these wood boards. And you can walk up here behind a waterfall, and really kind of enjoy nature, even though you are right underneath a 54-story skyscraper. Here is a cool rose piece of art. But actually, if you really want to experience nature, come down the staircase off the side and enter Mori Garden. It's a neat green space with a pond in the middle, lots of benches for relaxing. A really cool place to get away from the throngs of people that are up just 4 flights of stairs in the Roppongi Hills complex. Off on the side of Roppongi Hills is also a neat little viewing area where you can see Tokyo Tower, a replica of the Eiffel Tower. There's an observatory up there too. Roppongi Hills is also home to the TV Asahi complex, and there's a TV Asahi souvenir gift shop that you can get souvenirs of all of your favorite TV Asahi characters, including Doraemon. He's pretty cute. Or Crayon Shin-chan. Inside the TV Asahi building, they've got a little museum that you can see what some of your favorite cartoon characters live like. You'll also find many of the world's luxury brands in Roppongi, like Louis Vuitton and Michael Kors. The other big development in Roppongi is the Tokyo Midtown complex. It's got the other really tall building. You can actually see it from Roppongi Hills. This complex opened in 2007, so it's a bit newer. Tokyo Midtown central area is really quite neat. It's also got a big garden on the back. There's lots of places that you can sit. They might not look like benches, but these rocks are in fact benches. The Midtown Tower doesn't have an observatory like the Mori Tower does. If you want to enjoy the view from this tower, you need to be staying at the Ritz Carlton hotel. That's what takes up the other floors, or dining at one of the Ritz's restaurants. On the backside of the Midtown Tower, where the Ritz Carlton entrance is, there is the Midtown Garden, another neat open area that was created as part of this development. If you don't have the money to dine in one of the restaurants in the complex, because they're really expensive, you could get something from one of the local convenience stores and eat it here on a bench. Or if you've already had enough convenience store food, you can do as I did and get some takoyaki from Gindako. Gindako is located right at that Roppongi Crossing intersection, and enjoy your takoyaki out here by the pond. When it's nighttime, they light up the trees back here real pretty-like with these multicolored LED lights. Up on the first floor of the complex, there's the Green Dog Shop, holistic care for dogs, where you can see them grooming the oh-so-cute pet doggies from this neighborhood. They also have a mighty fine selection of doggy strollers, so if your kid is a fur kid, you can pick up one of these strollers to push your fur kid around. No good Japanese development would be without a shopping center, and Tokyo Midtown has something called the Tokyo Midtown Galleria. It's 5 floors of super expensive, super upscale shopping. This fruit shop right here is one of the most expensive fruit shops I've ever seen. To give you an idea, this mango, 16,000 yen, or the equivalent of 160 US dollars. But boy, the fruit in this place, I couldn't afford any, but it looks amazing. I mean, look at those strawberries. Those look like perfect strawberries. You won't get anything rotten here. But there is also something semi-reasonably priced, the Pressy 24-hour grocery store. If you've never been inside a Japanese grocery store, it's definitely worth a look. They've got expensive fruits in here too, just not quite as expensive as at that fruit shop. The mangoes here are only going to set you back 2,980 yen, so about 30 US dollars. And yes, their strawberries look perfect here too. And of course, there's a selection of tasty sushi. If you come after a certain time, they mark it 10% off or 30% off. One neat thing about Japanese supermarkets is because of the fresh fish that they sell, they often provide free ice. There's this machine right here in the back underneath the sign that says ice service. That ice is free to keep your fish cold. To give you an idea of the price of the sit-down restaurants here, the 3-course meal at this teppanyaki restaurant is going to cost you about 12,000 yen, or about 120 US dollars. The second and third floor is home to more traditional shops, like a kitchen store. This is Japan, so of course there's a store that sells kimonos as well, and I thought this store was really neat. It's a store that just sells fine Japanese knives, and I love the way they're displayed on that wall. Super minimalistic. The Tokyo Galleria is really nice, and they've also got a lot of seating areas inside that you can take a load off, but I thought they had a really interesting sign here, which says, "Please do not sleep here. Don't eat here and don't use for more than an hour time." And I wonder who sleeps on these seats. And then I found out this girl, she was out cold. Roppongi is often best known with foreigners coming to Tokyo as a nightlife destination. It has a very large foreigner community that live in and around Roppongi because Roppongi is home to many of the international embassies that are in Tokyo, including the US Embassy. The American institution of the Hard Rock Cafe has quite an outpost here in Roppongi. And it's got a tag-along of Tony Roma's. But if I were eating here, I'd probably be eating some noodles at this restaurant and not Tony Roma's. And if you're wondering where you can get Russian food in Tokyo, well, this is the place. Now you know. You can also get some British fish and chips. You'll find all the Western classics here: TGI Fridays, Outback Steakhouse, Wendy's, Burger King, Seattle's Best Coffee, Cinnabon, even a Cold Stone Creamery. If you're looking for an adult beverage, you'll find many British pubs in Roppongi, as well as many Japanese izakayas and also Japanese Western fusion drinking establishments. Kind of like this one. Looks sort of weird inside. Alcohol and gentlemen's clubs seem to go hand in hand all around the world. You'll find them here in Roppongi too, often in places that look kind of like this. And of course you'll find the ever-popular Japanese pastime of karaoke. This spot advertises luxury karaoke, and they have it in English. What a good deal. I love those statues inside. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please click here to subscribe, or follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Google+. Links are in the description below. Or you might enjoy watching one of these other videos from Japan. Click any of them to watch. Do it. Do it now. Click one, watch one. Did you click one yet? You didn't. You're still listening to me. Click a video.